Cozumel. The tradition of the Rosca and Reyes Magos in Mexico. Mexico, a country full of color, traditions, and festivities, finds in the celebration of Día de Reyes Magos one of its most emblematic expressions. This festival, which has its roots in the Catholic religion and is intertwined with native customs, stands out for the presence of the Rosca de Reyes, a sweet bread that symbolizes the arrival of the three Reyes Magos at the manger of Jesus. Noche de Reyes, and the hope of children. The celebration begins on the eve of January 6th, known as Noche de Reyes. On this day, January 5th, Mexican children express their wishes and dreams through letters that they deliver to the three Reyes Magos, Melchior, Gaspar, and Baltasar. The excitement takes over the little ones, who wait expectantly for the arrival of the three kings so that, on the morning of January 6th, they will find their gifts and surprises. The parade, a parade of tradition and joy. In various cities and communities in Mexico, the Three Kings Parade is a joyful and colorful event that brings together entire families. Participants dressed as the three wise men walk the streets in a parade filled with music, dancing, and the distribution of sweets and toys. This event not only celebrates the visit of the three Reyes Magos, but also strengthens the sense of community and connection between generations. The Rosca de Reyes, a shared bond. The three Rosca de Reyes Magos is the culinary symbol par excellence of this festivity. This circular bread, decorated with candied fruits and sugar, is shared with family or friends on Noche de Reyes. But the thread is not just a delicious delicacy, it hides small figurines inside, representing the child Jesus, as well as other objects. Tradition dictates that those diners who find a figurine in their portion of the bagel will assume the role of godfather or godmother of the baby Jesus. This honor involves the responsibility of organizing the Candelaria Day festival, which takes place on February 2nd. Although other typical dishes are currently chosen. Thus, the thread is not only a delight for the palate, but also a way to connect the community through shared responsibilities. Shoes in the window, a touch of mischief and kindness. A curious tradition is added to the celebration of Reyes Magos Day in some places in Mexico. The children prepare their shoes, clean them and place them in the window in the hope that the three Reyes Magos will leave gifts inside them. This gesture, loaded with emotion and expectation, is associated with the belief that the kings reward children who have behaved well during the year. However, there is a fun twist to this custom. Children who have had less exemplary behavior might wake up to the surprise of finding a piece of coal instead of gifts. Although this charcoal is often symbolic and edible, it serves as a playful reminder of the importance of kindness. The Rosca de Reyes Magos, in the offices, a work bond and the taste of butter. Breaking the Rosca de Reyes Magos is a Mexican tradition that transcends homes and enters the workplace. Many Mexican companies dedicate special time to coexistence with coworkers during the Rosca de Reyes season. At these meetings, there is always someone who cuts a very small piece so as not to have to buy tamales on Candelaria Day, or who prefers to hide the doll in their mouth so as not to commit themselves. The Rosca de Reyes bread is distinguished by a great butter flavor, with the decoration that over time has gone from dried fruit to cherries, sugar, nuts, and even chocolate. According to tradition, this decoration is the representation of the jewels in the crowns of the Reyes Magos. And currently you can find Rosca de Reyes in different flavors, from traditional ones, based on butter, to those filled with cream, cheese, or jams. The tradition came to Mexico from the Spanish after the conquest. It is popularly said that, when the tradition began, these figures were not dolls, but raw beans or beans. Today bakeries generally include plastic dolls inside the king's threads, and some still make an effort to put hand-decorated porcelain figures. The Rosca de Reyes season begins days before January 6th, and they can already be seen in all the bakeries, supermarkets, restaurants, or dining rooms in the country. Enjoy this tradition with your coworkers and family and accompany a piece of thread with a cup of hot chocolate or coffee. Candelaria Day, celebrating commitments and blessings. On February 2nd, Candelaria Day marks the next chapter in the tradition of the Reyes Magos in Mexico. Those who found the figurines in the thread usually invite family and friends to a special meal, where tamales, atole, and other traditional dishes are served. This celebration symbolizes the presentation of Jesus in the temple and the purification of the Virgin Mary, events that Catholic tradition commemorates on this day. The godfather or godmother of the child Jesus, designated by the Rosca de Reyes, takes the initiative in organizing this celebration, which becomes an occasion to strengthen family and community ties. Food, music, and joy are essential elements of this festival, which reflects the cultural richness and religious devotion present in Mexican society.